Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Gashi's Kaman TV. It is my hope that you are fine wherever you are. Where I am ni mvua tele usiku na mchana. And this is funny because it is January when we don't expect rains, but ya Mungu ni mengi. If you look at the mountain, there is a deafening silence. The silence in the mountain is palpable and it is very, very unusual. And if you look at people, especially readers who are very, very vocal, they have gone mute. If you look at Moses Kuria, of all people, Moses Kuria is not talking. Moses Kuria is not saying anything. Moses Kuria is not even writing anything on his Twitter handle and Facebook. If you look at Dede Nyoro has been silent the longest. Even before Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, Dede Nyoro did not talk. And most of the time, you hear Dede Nyoro talking about Kiharu only, Masomo Bora and such policies. Others like Sabina Chege have been quiet, but there was an attempt by Sabina Chege to try to convince her people to support Kithure Kindiki. But I think she realized that the ground was not friendly and nobody was actually willing to listen to her. So you only find very few people, Akina Gathoni wa Mushoba and Gachagua and some of these senators like John Yoto, Mezo, and such. These are the only people that you find from the mountain talking, Akina Gasheri. Just a small group surrounding Rigathi Gachagua. So, why is the deafening silence coming at this time? Because in politics, there are no accidents. In politics, there is no guesswork. So when I look at what is happening, you realize that Rigathi Gachagua is expected to form a political party. He is expected to provide the direction for his people. He is expected to unveil his plan. And he has been telling Kenyans that once he unveiled the party, he has been welcoming them to join the party and support him. So it's like the way people have been waiting for an expectant mother to give birth to a child, where everybody will be actually waiting, very eager to see whether it will be a baby boy, whether it will be a baby girl, or whatever. This is what is happening, ladies and gentlemen. So the reason why these leaders are keeping quiet is because they are waiting for Rigathi Gachagua to name his political machine. Once he names the political machine, because you see they don't want to talk about it. Once he names the political machine, they see how people are going to react. Because once he names the political machine, people are likely maybe to troop into his political house. You know, in the mountain, it look like we don't have actually a political party which can be said to be strong. We have Jubilee, but Jubilee is shaky and hopelessly divided. You have Kenya. Kenya is not very, very strong also. Is standing on mosquito legs. So when you look at Rigathi Gachagua is expected to name a party that is going to give William Samoei Ruto sleepless nights. So after he names the party, that is the time you hear these guys talking. If the party will be acceptable to the people, and because Gachagua is actually talking about it, and he is saying by 15th next month he shall have named the machine, then people will start talking from then, because you see there is that fear that they may say something that may work against that machine. Number two, in my view, where the mountain is completely silent, is because they fear contradicting Rigathi Gachagua. Because anybody who contradicts Rigathi Gachagua is seen to be an enemy of Murema. Anybody who contradicts Rigathi Gachagua is seen to be working against the people. If you listen to what the people have been saying, if you listen to what some leaders have been saying, including Rigathi Gachagua, that even if William Samoei Ruto was to name Mwai Kibaki, Dedan Kimathi, Jomo Kenyatta, and many others into his cabinet, they would not, the people of the mountain would not support William Samoei Ruto. You know, we know what that is impossible. It's not possible to name Kenyatta and Kibaki and others. But this message is meant to show how difficult it is for the Rema nation, for the house of Koyo and Mobi to troop back to William Samoei Ruto's party. So anybody who contradicts Gachagua is seen to be an enemy of the people. That is why they are keeping quiet. Some of them, by the way, do not agree with Rigathi Gachagua. But because they have no alternative, they have to keep quiet. Number 3 is because they also fear William Samoei Ruto. They cannot talk. I know many leaders who actually are not with William Samoei Ruto, but they cannot say it in public because William Samoei Ruto is going to reprimand them, because William Samoei Ruto is going maybe to caution them. He'll be annoyed because of maybe the many promises that they had given to William Samoei Ruto. I know there are some leaders who commit themselves telling William Samoei Ruto, like Peter, who promised Jesus, I cannot betray you, even when Jesus told him that before the cocks crow the third time you have betrayed me 3 times. There are those people who actually have done the same to William Samoei Ruto, and they have told him, no matter what happens in the mountain, I'll stand with you. No matter how many times the cock crows, I'll stand with you. People like Kimani Ichung'wah are in this, are the kind of the leaders who can actually behave like Peter of the Bible. So what is happening here is that the fact that they fear contradicting or they fear annoying William Samoei Ruto can only make them remain silent. There's also the issue of the 2027 general elections, the tickets. How do you actually contradict Gachagua? How do you praise William Samoei Ruto? And then come 2027, you want the ticket. If you have been watching Rigathi Gachagua has been trying to identify leaders in various positions, governors, senators, MCs. But if you ask me, this strategy is ill-advised, because what will happen, it can bring a lot of friction among the party supporters. Take this example of Karugwa Dhangwa from Kiambu and Wainaina Wajagwa again from Thika, and both of them are supporting Rigathi Gachagua, and one of them decide to vie for, or both of them want to vie for the gubernatorial position in Kiambu, and then Rigathi Gachagua try to show some favors to point like he would like to support Wainaina Wajagwa. What will happen to Karugwa Dhangwa? Definitely he's going to bolt out. And that is why Rigathi Gachagua need to be advised that he should leave this to the people themselves. Let the people decide, as Nani would say, as Matiba would say. So what we are likely to see is that we are likely to see a lot of realignment in Kenyan politics. In fact, even the Luo nation is not going to vote as a bloc this time around. I know there is a handful of Luo nation that is going to vote for William Samoei Ruto, but a big chunk will not vote for William Samoei Ruto. If Matiang'i will be there, I can bet that they are going to give more votes to Matiang'i than William Samoei Ruto. And the same case applies to the Mulembe nation. If Wamalwa will be there, as we are seeing, and people like Natebea will be there, more than 60% of the Mulembe nation will not vote for William Samoei Ruto. That is the truth of the matter. So the reason why the mountain is not talking, the reason why there's a palpable silence in the mountain is none other than Rigathi Gachagua's move. Because Rigathi Gachagua is that cornerstone that was rejected by the builder and now has become the cornerstone that is now making the house stand. I don't know what you think, but if you ask me, Rigathi Gachagua is going to play a major role when it comes to the politics of 2027. and who will be the next occupant of State House. That is my take, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, it's my opinion. Like the video, comment, share, and subscribe. By the way, I have noted there are a number of people who watch the video and they have never subscribed. In fact, a friend of mine was telling me that he thought he subscribed long time ago, only to realize that he has never subscribed. So please subscribe if you have not, and always like the video, and have a blessed day. And I always give my number there, so that if you want to communicate something to me, you can call me through WhatsApp, or maybe you can text, and that is the way it is. Bye bye.